Hi, I'm Marissa McHugh, and welcome to The Surgical Sewist. Welcome to my series on quick and easy EPP tips. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do a whip stitch. Let's get started. Thread your needle so 3 or 4 inches of tail is out one side of the eye and the rest of your thread is out the other. I usually make a quilter's knot to start. There's a whole video on that, but you could make any kind of knot that you want. Once your thread is knotted, you're ready to go. Take your basted hexagons and place them right side together. Now choose the side you're going to sew. You're going to start sewing right at the edge, right at the corner. Take your first stitch from right to left. In this case, it's going to be orange to green. Pull that all the way through until you get to your knot. Now take another stitch, again, right to left, orange to green, right next to that one, and pull up, but not all the way. You're going to lock this stitch, which means putting the needle through the loop and then pulling up. This creates like a half knot that's going to keep it from pulling apart. Take another stitch right to left. And just keep going. You want your stitches to be close together, but how close together is really up to you. Each stitch is very shallow. It's only catching a few fibers of the fabric, and it isn't going deep enough to catch the underlying paper. That's a really important point here. You don't want to put your needle through the paper. If you catch the paper now and again, you can rip that paper out at the end, so it's not the end of the world. But as a rule, we don't want to be catching the paper. If you can't sneak your needle through the fabric without getting paper, it probably means that you basted the fabric onto that paper too tightly. So next time, be a little bit more gentle and a little bit more lenient with that fabric. Another thing that makes this part difficult is if you put a lot of glue right on the edge of the paper. Then you have to put your needle right through the glue and it gets really sticky. So now that you've been sewing this a little bit, you'll be able to watch for those things the next time you baste. So you keep going. If you're sewing a very long seam, every so often lock a stitch so that the seam doesn't come apart while you're working or later on. But this is a short seam, so I didn't lock any of these stitches. I will just lock when I get to the very, very end. So I keep sewing always in the same direction, right to left, and then at the end, I take one final right to left stitch, joining the very edges of that end, and then I put my needle through the loop before I pull all the way up to lock the stitch. I use contrasting thread here so that we can see all the stitches. But if you use a thread that blends into your fabric, this seems almost going to be invisible. Follow me for more quick and easy EPP tips, and see you next time on The Surgical Sewist.